rainy Sunday afternoon. I'm wasting my time, I got nothing to do. I'm hanging around and I'm waiting for you, but nothing ever happens. And I wonder. Soon after I've sung the opening part of the lyrics from this famous song, Lemon Tree, which exactly describes my feeling at the moment, I broke my personal best record on playing the smartphone game Follow the Line by 3 millimeters, putting it to a new distance of 456 millimeters. It may sound trivial, but please consider that I haven't broken the record for quite a long time. Actually only a week's time, but in which I have been playing very hard, playing for infinite times, nearly any time and everywhere. So I suddenly got refreshed from a sleepy mood and felt fascinated. How come the excessive dose of excitement I received is so a far cry from the 3 millimeters? Pick a ruler and you will know how small 3 millimeters are. Okay, off the top of my head is a direct answer to this question. I've made a progress. However little it is still a progress. There was an American guy before, when he was a teenager, played the piano very hard, so hard that he could practice it 3 to 4 hours continuously. However, his piano teacher scolded him, thinking it was not a wise way for him to show his determination and concentration on the piano. Instead, he should utilize every bit and piece of time throughout a day, such as just before going to bed, or once after finishing his dinner, to practice the piano, so that playing the piano would be a part of his life, but not an item appearing on his time schedule. This small piece of a life followed him even further into his work as a lecturer in the Columbia University. This time, he would like to be a part-time writer, but have not found time, given that he had a lot of researching and teaching work in the college. Then he remembered this admonition by his piano teacher, putting it into practice again by writing several sentences whenever there was a 5 or 10 minute break. You know what? Out of expectation, within 1 week he stuck to this method. He has accumulated enough words for his article. Later on, he attempted something more ambitious, a novel of 200,000 words, with all the sentences written during this infinite 5 times writing session. So, don't look down on the miraculous power of 5 minutes time, because you can either use it to idle around or use it to make a little progress. Have you been impressed by the picture when you first glanced it on Facebook? I guess many of you did. It originally was a slogan written by a Japanese climbing teacher, but was madly shared and making the rounds on Facebook, because it really arouses us of the stark comparison between a guy who makes a little progress consistently and who doesn't. According to this 1.01 law, if we pay 1% more effort every day, our abilities can grow almost 38 times over the course of a year. In contrast, if you slack off 1%, your ability will diminish greatly over the same dose of time to only 3% of your original one. You say, is this principle literally true? Probably not. Because you are not going to be climbing 38 times harder, given that you have training 1% more time every day on climbing. And you are not going to be a rookie again after a year if you just lack of 1% of the time. But the general principle still holds. Pushing yourself just that 1% more beyond your previous limit can have a huge exponential effect over time. And the reverse holds if you slack off. To start, you don't have to be good. But to be good, you have to start. You are not going to reach the sky in a single bound, but you can take it a step and a day and a time. Everyone from the very beginning is not a genius, but only after continuous effort will your friends probably call you a godlike person. Therefore, a little progress can go a long way, silently achieving an unimaginable myth and miracle. 天